Good morning, students, and Jai Hind. Now, uh, today we are going to revise our course or the topic which will be the discussed today in the painted image, the painted image during the Mughal period. Understand, students? You know very well, or if you don't know, you should know that in the Islam or in the Quran, there was uh, injunctions, and in the injunctions of Quran, understand the images, drawing the images or the painting or the drawing the images is strictly prohibited and was the strictly prohibited by the and according to the Islamic injunctions. Understand, dear students? Uh, this uh, this was that's why the Islamic uh, now the Islamic or the believers of the Islams, they were forbidden or the prevented not to paint painting anything or not to not drawing the anything or the drawing the images. This was the strictly prohibited. But students, we know very well that the during the Mughals period, understand, the Mughals rulers and particularly the Akbar the Great, understand, he now did not did not take and did not heed towards the orthodox or the conservative injunction of the Islam or injunction of the Sharia, which had been the imposed and which had been the strictly which was strictly forbidding the image or not. He did not cared for that. He did not care for that, or no. He wanted to create the invaluable, understand, or the much valuable creation of the artist. So his court was a domain of the artist, understand, or the his court was the just court was he patroned the art, culture, music, dance, all things. These all things were strictly prohibited according to the injunction of the Islam. But despite that, Akbar, since he was very liberal, or he wanted to create a different divine image of the king, or as well as a different image or the image of the a national ruler. That's why he now created and gave the space for the all those things which had been the space for the development and growth of the art and culture in his court, which were the forbidden by the orthodox and the conservative uh, 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 Islamic injunction or the conservative believers. Understand? Or the so students, we are going to study here about the painted image. First of all, a little bit I should throw the light on calligraphy. I have already mentioned what was the calligraphy. So calligraphy was a a art of good writing, a art of attractive writing. This is the calligraphy, and the practice the practice of the writing in the different style. Understand? Or during the Mughal period, or particularly during the Akbar period, understand, many of the art styles had been adopted in the writing. Understand? And the Akbar, the preferred the style and the writing that was the called as a Nastaliq. That was called and the known as a Nastaliq. Understand? And one thing is that this what was the Nastaliq? So this a fluid style. Nastaliq was a fluid style which with a long horizontal strokes. A long horizontal strokes. Nastaliq. A horizontal strokes, long horizontal stroke. A stroke. This is the called as the Nastaliq, and it is the written using a piece of how this Nastaliq style was written. Now this was written using a piece of reed, a reed just as a plant. Understand? A reed was reed is a plant. Understand? And from that a stick or the stick or the made of the a column, a reed was just like the plant by which the column was made. Understand? Through which the column was made. A trimmed reed was trimmed first of all, and then after with a tip of 5 to 10 10 mm called the column. 5 to 10 mm. Understand? That was called the column. Okay, and this column was dipped into this column was dipped into the ink, carbon ink. Understand? That is the dawat pot called the dawat. Understand? Or in that the carbon ink. So the nib was or this column was dipped into that. Okay, and the ink shiahi, ink the shiahi or the nib of the column, the pointed nib of the column was, understand, split into the two parts. Very narrowly, understand, very narrowly. The split was made between the columns. Understand? Between the top tips of the column, a very narrow split was there, so that it will facilitate. Understand? Facilitate the absorption of the ink from the dawat. Understand? And from the shiahi, and that will absorb the shiahi, and then after the Nastaliq style, in the Nastaliq style, the writing was done. Understand? And the students further, now one of the very apt or the well versed writers we find he belonged to the Kashmir, or the name the Hussain of the Kashmir, Muhammad Hussain of the Kashmir, who are the very expert and well versed in the Akbar's court. He was well versed in the Nastaliq writing. Understand? So that's why the Akbar honored him with the Jareen Kalam. Understand? Means the golden pen. He was the rewarded with the Jareen Kalam by the Akbar. A golden pen or the golden pen, perfectly the proportioned curvature of the letters. Calligrapher has signed his name on the lower part, and whatever the writers, scriber who wrote, understand, and calligrapher, they used to sign at the foot of that page. Understand? And that almost the taking of the almost the 1/4 of its space, they used to shine at the foot of the page. Understand? So now this was the traditions during the Akbars or the during the Mughals. Understand? And now students, let's turn our attention towards the painted image. I have already mentioned, my dear students, now the image drawing or image structure making, it was the strictly prohibited in the Islam. Understand? But despite the painted now I have already mentioned that in the process of the making or the preparation of the chronicles, understand, and the chronicle production. Now now the printers had that printers used to or they played the very important role, understand, in the what production of the Mughal manuscripts, in which the printers were now required, or the chronicles narrating the events of the Mughals, and these the events occurred during the Mughals or regarding the Mughals emperors and the court and the elites. These painters now is to draw the painting of and a very beautiful painting, or these paintings were done alongside the written text, understand, this was the done on the along side of the page, or related or associated with the associated or conforming with the what the was the written incident was written, or associated with those written incidents, or these pictures were now made and drawn according to the writings, instances of the writing, what the writing represents, that was now displayed, or that was those were displayed by the paintings beside or alongside of the written text, understand. Then now this kind of the fashions now developed during the Mughal period, or now gave or the images of the described events the visual form. Now this was the alongside that written text, images that describe these images which had been made or drawn, or they now just displayed, or they describe the event in a visual form, the which event which had been written in the words, understand, those written words were displayed and visualized in a image form, and for that these painters were required there, understand. So under this the when the scenes or the themes in the books were, understand, the scenes and the themes in the books were to be given visual expression, students, to be the given the visual expressions, understand. The scribe left blank spaces when the scribe was writing, and there needed a visual expression, understand. So that's the space was left there, certain blank space was left on nearby pages. Why? For the making the image of the written events were written, and those events, if the events were required displayed through the image, understand, the space was left for these images by the scriber, understand. In this fashion or in this way the scriber used to write. Okay students, now further the painting executed separately by, or these space were left, scribes wrote, but according to that, understand, painting was done by the separate painters or the separate artist. This painting was done artist, and these were inserted to accompany, these paintings were inserted there in the a space, vacant space, or what the describe in words, in the vacant space of the pages, vacant pages, the images were now images were drawn or expressed by the artist, by the separate artist, not the same. The writers were different person. The image drawing was done by the separately by the painters. Understand, students? Now the further we are these paintings were the very miniature type paintings, very small or miniature paintings, and could therefore be passed around for viewing. This could be the passed around for viewing and mounting on the pages of the manuscripts. Okay, these were the mounting on the pages of the manu, mounting over that pages of the manuscripts. And further, paintings serve not only enhance the beauty, and in this way, understand, painting served the and the painting no doubt enhance the beauty of these books or the manuscripts which were had been painted, understand, or the events were painted. Now provide very beautiful pictures, but were believed to the possess special powers. And now this is the these paintings were served a very enhanced and possess and were believed to be the possess a very special power of communicating ideas. Now, students, these paintings were much more effective or the very powerful expression. What one could not understand without or the impressed by the writings, they were usually and and impressed by these paintings. Paintings, you can say in other words, painting cast the deep impact on the minds of the viewers or the watchers. An idea about the kingdom and the power of the king. This painting displayed the ideas of the kings and their authority of the power of the king in the way the written medium could not. Or these paintings displayed the power of the king, understand, or the authority of the king or the kingdom's strength of the kingdom. These written words could not display, understand. So we see that now the paintings had the very deep impact, understand, and cast the impact on the viewers. And moreover, students, moreover we can see that one of the, we know very well, one of the most prominent historian in the court of Akbar was Abul Fazl. Understand, the most celebrated chronicles was the Abul Fazl. Abul Fazl now he now said that described the painting as a magical art. Abul Fazl termed, understand, the painting as a magical art. He said the painting is what? Painting is the magical art. And further, in his views, it had the power to make. Now he further he expressed that now the painting had the power to make inanimate object look as if they possess the life. Now the painting can now make an now lifeless object and can give the life in the objects. The inanimate object, the painting can give the life and the put into them the life. So the painting is the so effective and the so in the words of the Abul Fazl. Understand? And moreover, students, the production of the painting now we can see that the productions of paintings now portraying this production of painting, what they portraying the emperor, what the in these paintings which had been the written during the Akbar period, prepared during the Akbar period. Now they displayed or portrayed what the portrait emperors, about the emperors, or what these paintings included the theme. What were the theme of the painting? Now the theme of the paintings were, in the other words, that the king were the theme of the painting. Now the court arrangements were the theme of the painting, or as well as people who were the part of this court, they also were the theme of the painting, or was a source of constant tension. And one thing was that for the painting, the frequent use of the painting by the Akbar, and he protected the painters, singers, dancer in his court. Understand? And these were the against the Islam, against the Quranic injunctions. That's why these were the main bone of contention between the conservative Muslims, conservative scholars, and the liberal scholars. And this has been a constant source of the tension between the emperors, rulers, Mughal rulers, and as well as the ulema, those who were the conservatives, conservative scholars and theologians. So this was the one of the a great now source of the tension from between the orthodox ulama and the ulama or the emperors. These were one of the great, and moreover the ulama or the orthodox did not fall to invoke the Islamic provision. They now always of the portrayal of the human beings enshrined and enshrined in the Quran as well as the Hadith. They always protested Akbar. They always one of the Abdul Qadir Badainu, understand, one of the conservative scholar in the Akbar's court. He always wrote against Akbar, but Akbar was so tolerant. He let him and they allow him to what he wanted to write. Okay, it was the Akbar's liberal attitude or the generosity. He let them, allowed them to criticize, understand, or didn't heed towards their criticism and continued or bent towards the liberal ideas and enhancing the liberal environment in his empire. Understand? And moreover, they now human beings as well, which describe the incidents from the life of the Prophet Muhammad. Now he said that these conservatives, understand, were now not in favor of any. One thing was that they said conservative put their argument that this world has been created by Allah, and everything is the creation of the Allah. Understand? So this creation or the natural things could not be portrayed by the human beings. Those things, understand, human beings is not capable and should not produce any natural creation, because natural, and it means creating a natural creation, understand, by the human being, it means that they are claiming and challenging to the Allah. They are overriding to the Allah. They are trying to supersede the Allah. Understand? So that's why these okay. So they now place their argument that these should not be the creation of the any natural beauty things, and the human being should not be taken on or taken as a task by the painters, by this. And moreover, here the forbidden depiction of living beings. Now here, prophets is cited as having forbidden. Prophet forbidden the depiction of the living beings. Living beings or in a naturalistic manner. Living being could not be depicted in a naturalistic manner, as it would suggest that artist was seeking, and it was if an artist is making efforts and trying to make an image, that he was supposed to be that he was seeking to appropriate the power of the creation. Now the that artist is trying to and seeking to appropriate the creation power of the creation, and this was a function that was believed to be the belong to exclusively to the God. Power of creation only possesses the Allah and the God. And this power of creation, if the any artist or the painter try to now create the any natural things, any human being and anything. So now this means that he is trying to override and supersede the Allah, trying to appropriate the power of the creation and challenging to the Allah. Understand? So that is why this was the completely. But despite that, Akbar the Great, understand? Akbar never understand or hid towards the conservative thought and towards the Quranic injunctions, and because he wanted to create a nation or give the nature of the nations. We see that as the Aurangzeb, he ascended on the throne. What he did? Now he driven out all that singers, dancers, painters who were given the patron by the Akbar, by the Jahangir, or by the Shah Jahan. But the Aurangzeb was the out and out Orthodox Muslim. Understand? That's why he now not gave the patron to the, or he clinged to the Islamic ordain or Islamic injunctions, or he driven out all the liberal ideas, or he shook off all the liberal ideas, or the given by the Akbar, now given by the Akbar and followed by the Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Aurangzeb now what he did? Aurangzeb now driven or the shook off all these liberal traits of the Mughals. Understand? That's why he had to face from the all sides the rebellions, or we know that he reimposed even the jizya, which had been the now exempted, which had been the abolished by the Akbar. Understand, students? Now one thing is that further in our process of the study, we are yet the interpretation of the Sharia changed with the time, or the Sharia and Sharia, which were the very religiously explained, understand, by the passage of the time, it was a change. The body of Islamic tradition was interpreted in a different ways. This Sharia and the body of the Islamic and theologians began to explain or interpret the Quranic injunction in a different way. In a different way, they started, or various social groups, different ways by the various social groups started the interpreting the Islam, commenting on the Islam. Frequently, each group put forward an understanding of the tradition. Each group who interpreted the Islamic injunctions, they put forward their own understanding that would best suit their political needs. Each group now placed the interpretation of the Quran that was the best suited best suited for their political needs, for their political expectation. So according to that, the Quran began to be molded and interpreted according to the interest of the politics. Understand? So now this way, the Muslims, rulers of the many Asian regions or in the regions during the centuries of the empire building regularly commission artists paint their portraits. So the Muslims who were the ruling over the Asia, understand, they began to put and they appointed and they began to hire the painters to making the of their own paintings, particularly Safavids of the Iran. Safavids of the Iran now, for example, patronized the finest artists. Safavid of the Iran's Safavid rulers, they patronized the finest and the well-versed painters in their courts. They protected them, protected, and who were the trained in the workshop. And these painters were trained in workshop set up by the court. Or amongst these trained painters, one of the celebrated name Behzad. He was a great painter of the Iran or Persia, and moreover contributed a spreading of the cultural fame or Safavid court far and wide. Behzad now worked and painted, and in this way the Safavid court traditions, Safavid courts, Safavid courts traditions was spread, and their painting, their culture was spread far and wide in different parts of the world. And moreover, artists from the Iran also made their way to the Mughal court. Now we know that, students, you know that as the Humayun visited the court of Shah for the help, he took the shelter there. So the large scale the Iranians came, or following that the way of their predecessors, the Iranians artists, Iranian culture got infiltrated, culture infiltrated in India and dominated in the Mughal court. And among these great artists or the painters who came to the India, as the where the one of the name the Mir Said Ali and Abdul Shamad, a great celebrated painter, who were made accompanying the Emperor Humayun to the Delhi. As I have already talked, when the Humayun had exiled with the fear of the Sher Shah and the Surs, who were the ruling over the India, now or he was taking the shelters. So as he came again back to India and Delhi, along with him the two great painters came, accompanying him from Persia to the India. These were the Mir Sayyid Ali or the Abdul Shamad, or the other Hindu painters also took the shelter during the Jahangir time. Understand? Or who were the maid accompanying others migrants search of opportunity. I have said that. Now the Iranian or the Persian made their way to the India for looking for a good job, good opportunity in the rich Mughal courts in India. And the patron, prestige, or the conflict between the emperor and the spokes, and the conflict started between the emperor and the court Orthodox Muslims opinion on the question of visual representation of the living being was source of tension at the Mughal court. So the Mughal, particularly the Akbar and the other Mughals, had to face a constant conflict on behalf of the Orthodox and the conservative Muslims, and this always remained a source of tension for the rulers, for the Mughals emperor. And or Akbar court, Abul Fazl cites the emperors as saying, Abul Fazl cites what the Akbar opinions had towards these conservatives and the Orthodox, and who were opposing the portraits or the paintings about them. Now here is a statement of the Akbar. There are many that hate the painting, but such men I dislike. Akbar spoke. It appears to me that an artist has a unique way of recognizing God when he must come to feel, an artist can feel the God when he dipped or when he be indulged completely in his painting, feel that he can't bestow life on his work. When he now come, understand, or deep into the can't bestow life on his work. So now this is the understand the views of the Akbar regarding those conservatives and the orthodox who were the challenging, posing a constant challenge to the his towards his love for the paintings and other artistics. Thank you very much for this class and thank you. The next class we shall study the Akbar Nama and the Badshah Nama. How and what contents are in these two books? Understand? We shall explain in the further and the share study. Thank you very much.